Former Democratic Republic of Congo President Joseph Kabila is meeting Thabo Mbeki to discuss, among other things, the ongoing conflict in the Great Lakes region. The Southern African Development Community mission in the DRC took a decision last week to withdraw troops from the eastern DRC as negotiations around a ceasefire continue. Yesterday, the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels announced they would abandon an Angola-mediated meeting today. Now, Ziyanda Ngcobo, our political correspondent, is at the house of former President Thabo Mbeki and joins us now. Ziyanda, literally seconds ago, I saw former President Joseph Kabila walking into the house.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're now inside the boardroom. As you can see, the visuals then of former President Kabila and former President Thabo Mbeki.
I'm especially happy to see President Mbeki.
You are a South African. You even studied at Johannesburg University. You like the country.
Well, am I a South African?
Yes.
That will get me in trouble in the Congo. I'm an African.
As you can hear, that's
right. So that's former President Joseph Kabila and, of course, former President Mbeki. They're about to start that meeting. Next to him is his former legal advisor, Ngcobo. And, of course, as we've already been discussing, they are, amongst many things, going to be talking about the situation in the eastern DRC. And we're just going to step out now. Thank you so much, President. Maybe just the agenda quickly. What are you going to be discussing?
No, we're just saying hello, how do you do that?
On a random Tuesday, President.
No, we talk about the weather and things like that. That's fine.
All right, we'll hear then afterwards what would have come out of that discussion as we step out of Ngcobo to allow then that meeting to get underway between the two former presidents. So do excuse our visuals as we walk out of the room. But of course, we've been told that as a part of the agenda will be the issue surrounding the situation in the Great Lakes region, the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo. And as you know, just today, there is a process in Angola, Luanda process, which we know then the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels have already announced just yesterday that they would be snubbing that meeting taking place today in Ngcobo. And this is because they say they feel that, their issues will not be attended to, and the sanctions that have been issued against them coincidentally, or maybe not a coincidence, if, what some international relations experts are saying is that just yesterday as well, Rwanda announcing that they are severing ties, diplomatic ties with Belgium. And you'll know that this issue taking place in the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo is primarily linked with the countries of Uganda, Rwanda, as well as the Eastern DRC, dating back from, colonial times when both Rwanda and, Uganda were under, the Congo, I should say, were under the rule of the Belgians. And so this is then when, of course, there were arbitrary, setting up of borders that has now led to this conflict, which is largely underpinned by ethnicity. So as we've heard these developments just in the last 24 hours, of course, with the M23 rebels snubbing that meeting taking place in Luanda, it will be interesting then, Vuyo, to hear what these two former presidents will discuss, given the fact that both of them would have been part of the discussions about the Luanda process in the early 2000s, which is when M23 was formed in around 2002, but also when there was a discussion led by the then Angolan president, Eduardo dos Santos, about how then setting up a roadmap in terms of bringing about peace in the Eastern DRC. So what do they believe is the reason behind this tumultuous, fragile situation, coming off the back, of course, on questions that were posed to our very own President Cyril Ramaphosa last week when it was announced that the semi-DRC would be withdrawing troops. What are the consequences then of withdrawing these troops when the situation remains so fragile?
Ziyanda Ngcobo there, of course. ahead of that meeting that's about to commence, or would have commenced by now, between former DRC President Joseph Kabila and former South African President Thabo Mbeki.